Immigrant farm workers are not showing up on farms in the Rio Grande Valley in Texas, Florida, and California. In Texas, in particular, in the Rio Grande Valley, they produce many crops needed around the country, such as grapefruit, corn, citrus, oranges, all the vegetables, tomatoes, carrots, cabbage, onions are all grown here. And guess what? The undocumented workers are not showing up there. They're not showing up here in Florida, and they're not showing up in California.
So y'all remember when it was said that we taking all the black jobs? They really thought that we was going to be looking for black jobs, y'all. And I woke up this morning, I was scrolling through TikTok, and I saw this guy made a video, and I saved it to my favorite, so you can go look for it. And he said he was pretending to be Maga on one of those other apps. He said they were doing a live, and the farmers were saying that they thought that the black people would be looking for jobs to work on their farms. Now, you got to be kidding me. Do they think we really looking for farm work? Do they not know that we are educated and we got degrees? Yep. And being a farm worker ain't even in the jobs categories that we be looking for. They really don't know how educated some of us are. They don't know how many degrees a lot of us have. They got to be really lost if they think that we want to come and work on their farms. They don't know that our parents and our grandparents growing up wouldn't even let us be outside if it wasn't no shade outside. Do they really think that we gonna work on a farm where ain't no shade trees at? I hate to disappoint y'all, baby, but you gonna have to get somebody else to do it, because we ain't working on nobody's farm. Never. The only way you gonna see black people working on a farm is if they own the farm, because we not working on nobody's farm as no workers. So I hate to disappoint y'all. If y'all thought those was black jobs that black people looking for, honey, you better think again, because black folks that I know got good jobs. We've had a black president, we had a black vice president, we got black senators, we got black congressmen, we got black CEOs, we got black doctors, we got black nurses, we got black psychiatrists, we got a lot of good black jobs. Now, I don't know what y'all thought we was gonna be farm workers for. We don't even want to work in the fast food industry. Those jobs, we don't want those kind of jobs. So, I hate to disappoint you MAGA people, but we don't do farm work. So get somebody else to do it. I'll like, share, comment, and repost. Drop in the comments y'all education and y'all good black jobs, because they don't think we got good black jobs out here. So we need to let them see it.
That man said he went up on the Twitters and he saw them the white farmers, saying that, oh, well, we thought the black folk were going to come back and do the job. He said that they said the blacks. But he said they were convinced that when they started deporting these non-black people of color, right, that we were going to be taking their places back in the fields. Essentially, they thought they were getting their slaves back, right? They thought slavery was going to come back full force. We were going to be like, oh, okay, let's get on back to them fields, because they don't think black people have jobs. But it makes sense, because remember when Trump said they're taking your black jobs? Y'all remember that? Yeah, what do y'all think he meant by that? He meant...
Yeah, I remember that, Trump saying that.
The people that are in the fields now, right, which are the Hispanic community, the Latinos. He meant that they were taking our black jobs. See... Because he thinks that black people's job is to be up in the field. Yeah, that's right. That's exactly what he thinks. So it all makes sense now. They really thought, these farm owners really thought that black folk, they were going to deport the Hispanics, the Latino community, and that black people were going to go back to the field working for nothing. And they tell us to stop living in the past. Bro.
All right, guys. Welcome back to another video. If you're your first time here, Please consider subscribing. This is the type of content you like. Give me a thumbs up. Credit to all the owners of the original video. Guys, farmers, you got what you deserve. You voted for Trump, and you are now on the find out stage. So what was your plan B? Your plan B, okay, Trump, the orange guy is in office, he won, and then you say, okay, they're gonna deport all the immigrants. Like 90% of my workers are illegal immigrants, are Hispanic. They're gonna be gone. So what was your plan B? Can you please explain to me what was the plan B? Like a lot of these people are saying here, that you thought Trump, the orange man, said, oh, these people are taking the black jobs. Black people, they're not going back to the fields to work on your farm. So now you guys are crying and complaining that nobody's showing to work. Nobody's showing to work because they are afraid they're going to get deported and they're going to end up in El Salvador. So what was your plan B? Can you please explain to me this? Because it doesn't make any sense. Now you guys are losing your farm. You're losing your livelihood. And you guys have no future. So your next bet is that you want to get a bailout from the government again. But this time I think it's not happening because Trump, the orange guy, he's not going to do anything for you guys. So you got what you deserve. So let's continue with next video.
Oh no, this is so sad. There are a bunch of white Texas farmers who are losing their farms right now because guess what? 100% of their workforce vanished. Wow. So all those people, who got eyes caught on them, they were working on the farms. So now that they're gone, they cannot sustain the farms. You know what's crazy about this video? Because I talked about this like 2 months ago when Trump brought over all these South Afrikaners, farm people, where we find out that they were not really even farmers. And I was talking about this and found out that a few of our dear white farmers here had started losing their farms because of promises that were made to them and was not kept by this administration. So now it's trickling down to some other farmers because now their workforce, they're gone. And I was seeing somewhere where somebody came over, and it was a Caucasian man. He came over from Twitter and he was like, y'all, a lot of these farmers, white farmers, they thought that black people were going to come and work for their farms. There's a lot going on in this country right now. Us heading into possibly World War II. But this is a conversation just to kind of talk about right now that people are kind of seeing I guess what's the word? I can't even find the word, but the decisions that they made, they are coming back to hunt them. Let's just say that. So sorry to hear this, but yeah. So I do hope that some of these Native Americans that did lose their lands, that they do get back some of these farms that are being lost.
I was just reading. Green Valley, another meat supplier, U.S. meat supplier. Well, they had to shut down because of all the arrest ICE is doing. Oklahoma, Nebraska. They had to shut down. Meat suppliers upset. Farmers upset.
So you telling me that another meat supplier have to close their doors because they have no workers? At the end, there's going to be a lot of food shortages, and all of us, we're going to have to pay the price.
And the farmers are all talking. They're all saying basically the same shit. Well, they thought black people wasn't working. And when Trump said that, you know, the immigrants was taking the jobs from black folks, the farmers thought that the black people would come and work for them even cheaper. So what I'm trying to say, the farmers thought that they were going to have black slaves coming back. So that's why they didn't mind voting for Trump. Mass deportation of the immigrants. Then the black people would come back, come to work because they're looking for jobs. That's what they thought. They thought they would come to work on their farm, basically for free. You know, black slaves. But then they realized and they saw, well, fuck, black people are working.
I don't know, but this lady made me laugh. Oh my goodness, this is crazy.
Well, they ain't coming here to work on my farms.
They are like waiting up. What happened? Nobody's knocking on my door to come work for me. What's going on?
No, we're not. See, because you were lied to.
Yep.
Because Trump told you that black people was lazy and they was receiving welfare is what they call it. They were receiving welfare. And y'all thought by cutting the welfare that the black people would have no other choice but to go work on them fucking farms for free. That's what y'all thought. Y'all was going to make black people work for that welfare check. And y'all was going to put them on the farms. But see, we black people kept telling y'all ass, it ain't us. It's the white folks that's benefiting from the welfare. They're getting the welfare. It's more of them getting welfare than it is black people. So y'all white folks, and I know not all white folks, but the majority of the white folks, y'all thought that it was mostly black people because that's what you hear on the news. But it's not. It's mostly white folks that's getting welfare. Not black people out there working. So now the farmers realizing, wait a minute. Where the fuck is all the black people that you promised me? Where are my slaves? Ain't no slaves here, baby.
No slave. Those years are over.
Ain't gonna be no slaves here. We ain't doing that shit. We ain't doing that shit. And I'm telling you, farmers right fucking now, the handful of black folks that's on welfare, I'm telling you right now, they'll give that fucking welfare check up because they ain't coming to work on your fucking farms. They ain't even gonna go out there and work in that hot ass sun. Acres of land. You ain't gonna have no slaves with black folk. Those days are long gone.
So now that I have fallen down this rabbit hole, I just jumped on to Twitters. And I got an alt Twitter where I pretend to be a Maga guy. And I saw a live. And I am not kidding you. This dude, all these dudes these farmer dudes in there, these farm owner dudes, are saying, well, we thought the blacks would come back and do the jobs because they don't have jobs. Well, I'm sorry to break it to you, but black people have jobs, and you thought you were getting your slaves back, is basically what you were saying. Like, that's what you thought. It's still going right now, and I'm not going to post a link to it because I don't want to give these people a voice. But they think they're in a safe space on Twitter. They're not.
So you telling me that they have a small group chat on Twitter, all the farmers, and they just are there just complaining and back and forth, getting on their own opinion, and they are saying that, oh, I thought that the black people, they were gonna come back and work in our farm. That was their plan. Get rid of the Hispanics. Let's deport all the Hispanic back to the country, and then we're gonna get the black people to work in our farm, literally for free. It's not happening, brother. It's not happening. It's not happening. Now you guys are crying, complaining that literally 100% of your workforce, they're not showing up to work. So what is your plan C now? Because your plan B, it didn't work, so you need to have a plan C. So this is like a telenovela, what's going on in the United States, with the Orange Man and everything else, and the Maga people, and they are pretending, they are thinking that there is slavery. Those years are over. There's no slave here, no more. There is no more slave. So you guys deserve what you voted for. Now you are on the find out stage. You F around and you find out. So guys, let me know in the comments below what you think about the whole situation. If you made it this far into the video, please consider subscribing and consider giving me a thumbs up. It will help me a lot. I really appreciate your support. And let me know what on which field do you work, what career do you pursue. So see you guys in the next video, and thank you for watching.